I now have more suggestions. I now have a whole new slew of...
They keep coming in.
You want to hear some of these?
Of course I do.
You do.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's the answer.
Francesca Muller from Pacific Palisades. If the polls are right, and the most important personal concern is financial, economy, inflation, making ends meet,
Yep.
do you believe that new political leaders can do better? Or do you think the current political leaders need time to accomplish results? Current political leaders or new political leaders?
Okay, so here's what I think the polling department is going to respond to Francesca. We need to consolidate a little bit, make it slightly more concise.
Pithy, tight.
Right, but the thought of it is a very good question. I'm just not sure how to shorten it, but we'll work on that one. I love the notion of all these.
Frank Tripodi from
Frank have to say?
Bradley, Illinois. Actually, his is just a comment. Thank you, Frank. John, well, his comment is, here's his comment. Capitol Police, 60 judges, and Mike Pence stopped the real steal. That should be the real question in the Democrat slogan. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Frank.
John Burgess, Gainesville, Florida. Have U.S. voters become so uneducated and uninformed that democracy can no longer survive? John, I don't think that there's been a change in the voters. I think the voters are what the voters have always been. I think there's been a change in the leadership, and that the leadership is being led by the media. Two more. Bill Copeland, North Branford, Connecticut. Do you think these daily poll results would be different if they were presented to a broader audience that included more conservatives? Well,
they are.
They are.
Come one, come all.
You don't have to be. I mean, they're not scientific. They're not scientific, and it's not. It's not like those that go out and say, okay, we've got X percent of women, X percent of men, X percent of ours, because anybody can vote. But we reach a broad audience. And how do I know that? I know that because a lot of people see a tweet about the poll and they go vote, even if they've not heard the conversation, which I rather that they are listeners, but it's the best we can do. I think it's the best we can do. And they've become so popular that it's very interesting to see the results. Travis Briner, Houston, Texas. Will we ever truly see a third party formalize in a serious way, i.e. a presidential candidate? God, I hope so, Travis. God, I hope so. And yes, there's a poll question to be had on that as well. So keep them coming. I really do appreciate it.
We're obviously enjoying these.
Now you're wondering, how do you send a suggested poll question to me? Very easy. When you go to Smerconish.com and vote on the daily poll question, there's a button right below. Just scroll a wee bit lower and you will see where you can vote on the daily poll question, but also where you can make a suggestion. And we read them all. I won't be able to respond like I've done today.
It literally says, suggest a poll question. That's how easy it is. And you just click on that.
And it's not as easy as you think, right? How many of these could I have just cut and pasted? I don't think I could have cut and pasted any of them. Good suggestions, but they've all got to be fine-tuned.
I feel like we're going to all just get better and better at these. That's my take on it.
Yeah,
right?
Me too. And what am I looking for? I'm not looking for a 90-10er.
No, in fact, you're not.
No, I don't. Like, I'm really surprised that yesterday was so lopsided.
Right.
I'm looking for honest debate and discussion.
And oftentimes you do not agree with the majority, which also amuses me highly.
No, and I incorrectly predict which way they're going to go. It's part of the fun.